Alright, hello. Everything's gone to hell and I don't know what to title this video. Because it's just, everything's gone wrong. Every life, society, just everything has gone wrong. Everything. Okay, so why am I saying everything's going wrong? Well, if you read the title, whatever I decided to be, RU Slam has just ended. And that's bad. Because we lost some really important mons. I delete the tier list. Wait, there we go. I'm so good at this. Could you tell I just got off school? Anyway, yeah. So here are our mons. VR. It ranked by how important they are. So, Tentacle leaving, pretty massive change. We'll get into winners and losers in a couple minutes. Tentacle single-handedly made toxic spikes, spike stack, sticky web to a certain extent, Comfey, Slurpuff, other Pokemon, and just like so much worse. But it was like in a broken way. It's just like, oh my god, like every Hazard Stack team. I tried to build a Hazard Stack a couple days ago. I need to add a Pokemon to the winners list. Wait, because I built a certain Pokemon. Give me a second. Think about how much worse your life is now that you don't have Tentacle and Nat Dex Zu. We'll get into Garbo in 2 hours. Because, yeah. Anyway, point being, Tentacle, toxic spikes, all that good stuff. I need to get my replays up. Again, very organized. This happened like an hour ago as I am recording this. So I just want to, you know, splurge my little thoughts onto the world. National deck. Anyway. We'll go with the game I win. This one, sure. So yeah, Tentacle leaving, obviously, like, so incredibly just important. How do you, this is like ADV Scarborough, just saying, oh yeah, I'm packing my bags and leaving to UUBL. You can't use me there. That's a terrible example. OUBL, I don't know. You get the point. It's just it was a really good one. To be fair, people were already starting to sour their opinions on Tentacle. There's realistic talk about Tentacle not being top 1, but still, top 3 or 4, and worse top 5, that's still pretty good. And it kept so much of the tier together, because it kept hazards off. And if you can keep hazards off, you don't have, every mon doesn't have to run heavy duty boots. And if not every mon has to run heavy duty boots, that means you get leftovers or citrus berry or choice scarf, thus leading to teams being generally more bulky than you would expect for a post heavy duty boots metagame. But that's all gone. That's okay. There are still spinners. We'll get into it. But the only way to stop Tentacle spinning consistently is Jellicent. And Jellicent, as great as he is, love that man and girl, Pringles, right, is pretty flawed of being a water ghost type that, like, really, it's in this weird this is getting into more. Just go watch my video and skip to the Jellicent part, alright? Basic summary, it's a ghost type, so it doesn't want an item, but it's got no bulk if it doesn't have an item. The point being, it will worn down really quickly. So yeah, not the greatest check. And I guess Golurk, but Golurk, you know, if it guesses wrong, gets foot turned on. So yeah, so that's Tentacle. I'm just, you know, it's not great. It's not great. Umbreon turns every single special attacker in this tier from manageable to unimaginable. What are you doing, Loki? Are you going? You going for? All right, cat shenanigans aside, but it turns every we're getting into the winners, but it turned second to most top ranked Pokemon. Arguably now first. It just Wish, Toxic, Protect, Foul Play. Does it, counters so much of the tier, it keeps everything in check. And now that's gone. So Bloody Bullion. Alright. Whimsicott. I'm very sad about leaving. Not because it keeps... Actually, no, it kind of does keep the tier. Kind of. Because it's a fairy type that can actually check past Simeon. But also, on the other hand, it's not in the same way as Umbreon and Tentacle. Like, 100% no. But just losing an offensive fairy type really sucks, you know? Especially one that just choice specs and... Because if you look at the fairy types... No. Okay, Audit Omega. We'll get to it! Slurpuff, yeah. Silvally Fairy, yeah. But most of these are... Diancie's got some major problems. There was no Pokemon that could just click the Fairy Stab consistently. And now there's no Pokemon that can click the Fairy Stab consistently. The best you got is Silvally Fairy... And Aldino. That's it. Unless you want to start getting Morgrim, Togepic. So yeah, that was our last like good Moonblast Pokemon, I'm pretty sure, because the rest suck. Not Roaring Moon. I don't want to, I think Roaring Moon might be a little silly for this tier. Anyway, this is your Moonblasters. And all of them are slow as anything. Okay, for the observant, when the reason the usage stats are high for not good Pokemon, it's because of Nat Dex Zu not having a format. Anyway, point being, yeah, Aromatase is strong-ish, but is slow. Carbonate, not real. Diancie, strong but slow. Shiinotic, strong but slow and bad. And then Whimsicott, which is strong. And okay, it's not that strong, but it makes up for its strongness through its speed. That makes sense, you know, speed to everything. False Sight Beaming video. There's your answer. I'm really trying to keep this short. Who's next? Delmise. Delmise, because basically the Nat Dex community is just like 3 people playing this different tiers. That's a joke. That's the SU community. But everyone's very interconnected, so we knew that Tentacle was going to probably leave because the NU tour finished up and that was going to get released after the PU tours got finished up, whole thing. But since they did Grand Slam, decided to take him, we're just, yeah, another spinner, another Pokemon that hazard stack. Look, you know, Delmise had that really cool nature of being an offensive ghost spinner. I guess it's now Bramblin's turn, but you get the point. He's really bulky. He was already getting looked into as a Tentacle replacement, because it kind of doesn't really... It's like an offensive Tentacle, but also not really. I'm gonna shut up. Point being, we lost another spinner, which puts even more pressure on the spinners we already have to do their job. Why am I talking about the spinner so much? Because Defog is basically dead in this tier because you invite past Simeon. We'll get into that guy soon. Maracalola. It's I guess a Trick Room mod that we don't have because the Trick Room options in the tier. The Pokemon actually set up Trick Room. Okay, there's a fair amount, but none of them good. Jellicent too. None of them have a... Okay, you could technically set up Trick Room, whatever. But like, there's not really an abuser of it. I bet you got Vanillux, Ampharos. There's no Mega Camera. There's no Ursaluna. That's the point I'm getting. So Trick Room wasn't good, so you just had to kind of use it as a bulky attacker, but it couldn't wear Heavy Doom boots. Which was fine, yada yada yada, because Tentacle, but... Now, he's left for RE. I am indifferent to this. I don't think this really changes the tier anyway. I think this just saves us a world where Marowak Lola probably dropped to Nat Dex Zu and blew everything up. So right, that's our mons that have changed. Who's winning and losing? Ampharos Mega wins. Sure, it doesn't have a great target in Tentacle anymore, and it could be Umbreon with Focus Blast, but you still had a Rodent Focus Blast, and I like my utility on Ferocious ish. And it wins in the sense that everything's now more. Everything that could check it now. Everything that could check it now is now going to be either have to wear heavy boots, which means it can only check it a certain amount of times outside of reliable recovery, or it's going to have leftovers, but not, you know, get destroyed by hazards. I can't emphasize this enough. Hazards are going to be integral to the metagame. Speaking of hazards, God, I think we're finally going to ban this guy. I've been on the Passimian ban train since, what, the Sneasel ban, I think? Give me a second. It has to be the Savelli Ground, no, we voted. The Sneasel ban. Let's just say the Sneasel ban. Point being that kind of the way the tier was sort of set up in a way that Passimian was kind of checkable, not really. That's kind of gone out the window. Because again, it's checked now, either have to wear heavy duty boots or get leftovers, then get checked down by the hazards. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Passimian. Honestly, I don't even think we might vote. I'm doubtful because Nat Dex PU is like 3 weeks away from finishing. So if we get like Mantine, I know we're not, but like if we did, that'd be pretty cool. Heloisk in the same boat as Mega Amphi. Doesn't like Tentacle leaving, but does like Umbreon leaving. Yeah, there's not much else to say. Sandaconda. I don't remember why I put Sandaconda here. I was making this before. Sandaconda does not care at all. Sandaconda does not care that any of those. It does mean you're gonna be wear down more. And yeah, it's a whole thing. Virizion. Virizion loves this because it means that I'm pretty sure Healthy Tentacle can check ST Virizion depending on the set, yada yada. If it pulls out Zen Headbutt, let me make sure. If it pulls out Zen Headbutt, then yeah, just cry. You cry. But Virizion, much better. And I don't think it KO'd Umbreon in one hit with close combat. So yeah. And the more offensive the tier gets, the better Virizion does. Goodra. You no longer have that super splashable special wall, and now, well, Copperajah gets destroyed by Fire Blast. Yeah, Goodra's another one of those bonds where it's like, I could very much see a world where this goes to ZUBL. Which, again, maybe I'm just used to it, but it sounds like an insane statement, because Goodra's like PUBL in Scarlet and Violet. In a tier with Terra. Like, if Scarlet and Violet didn't have Terra, then, you know, it'd be a much less extreme things like Goodra PU would happen. So, yeah. Yeah, that's... I don't know, I'm just hate posting on Scarlet and Violet. Vanillux! Again, scary special attack here. You're kind of better, you're better against Vanillux than you are Goodra because Vanillux can't really break through the steals of the tier without predicting around HP Fire. But everything else kind of gets destroyed anyway, so... yeah. Tauros Blade Breed, more of a just how everything is going to be heading towards offense and HO. Emboar, again, more HO, better. Fori's like our only spitter, because if you look up a rapid spin, we've got Unviable, unviable, viable, we'll get into it. Unviable, unviable. Viable. The Hitmons, which do jack all. Unviable, 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 unviable. Viable on snow sometimes. Unviable, the best Pokemon ever. Unviable, kinda good, and then unviable. So 4E's literally just, he will be standing on the hill by himself, protecting us from just. This is the only. If 4E also left, let's say, I would be immediately calling for a Passimian ban, because this is like this is just like the last straw. Arcanine, yeah, just appreciates. It's already wearing heavy-duty boots, and it already gets us better on Willow, and yeah, it's not a massive buff, but it's a buff nonetheless. Sneasel Hisui, another Pokemon on the chopping block, because of course it is. Gunk Shot, Close the standard set of SD, Close Combat, the other move, Gunk Shot, Throat Chop, like, this is whole Sneasel game of trying to outplay the opponent's Tentacle. And now there's no Tentacle to outplay, so you could just spam your stab moves and be fine. Like, there's now a real case for just running Trailblaze, because thingy, you can outspeed the Passimian then, and you don't have to be worried about getting Scald Burned or Flip turned off by Tentacle. Well, yeah, the Sneasel was in a good spot. Just Decadui. Decadui was so unbelievably screwed over by Umbreon, and now there's no Umbreon. That's like half of this. Look, the half of this video is just going to be me saying, "Oh, there's no Umbreon or Tentacle. This makes this better." Scyther's a tiny bit better because, you know, the offensive meta game and it's fast. Honestly, it's kind of a neutral. I'm not putting it in it's a good, because it has to deal with like 15 trillion electric types now. Vileplume, again, one of those Passimian check mods. Yeah, gets better because Passimian got better. Savali Steel. Savali Steel is a little bit interesting because it's like, honestly, no, it's not that interesting. It's a defogger, but it still lives. Lets in Passimian way too much. Yeah. Golurk. Golurk benefits massively, because you no longer have to go into speed creep anymore against Umbreon, which you can't even kill with Choice Band. I may be twerking. I may be. Let's go. Umbreon, Golurk. It's close combat. It's a roll. A roll you could easily lose. But yeah, it's what the Umbreon just prevented you from clicking Poltergeist. And now you can click Poltergeist. Dragalge, again, just benefiting from Umbreon leaving Special Attacker. Bombardier just benefits from pass game better. It's like Bombardier and pass's variabilities are just directly linked. Duralabblon, again, Special Attacker, benefits from Umbreon leaving. Explode, Special Attacker, benefits from Umbreon leaving. Tauros Aqua benefits from the more offensive nature of the tier. Claydol benefits me because it's like one of the two only good spinners left. 3. And benefits from, excuse me, it checking the electrics. Cophagrigus, Passimian check. Yeah. Escavalier. I was really annoyed when I saw someone talking about Spadef Escavalier, and I was like, oh, I'll run that, and then I just got countered by an Umbreon. So I'm happy with this change. As an Escavalier fan. I'm not happy with it generally. Inteleon, Special Attacker. Actually, doubles both full, because Tentacle and Umbreon checked it. Inteleon had to do this like weird sort of dance around Tentacruel, And it could kind of be Umbreon if it got lucky with crits, if it was Specs, or if it's a Focus Energy set. But yeah, Inteleon. Inteleon's now just going to be this really stupid fast mon. It's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be annoying. Clawetzer, again, it's like Inteleon but slow. And trades. Inteleon has a higher attack than Clawetzer. That's insane. Or Mega Launch is truly an ability. Tatsugiri benefits both because there's no Tentacruel or Umbreon to mess with you, and then it also benefits because Golurk's probably getting better. And I don't know if you know this, but Tatsugiri kind of beats Golurk, so good around. Slurpuff, I'm gonna be honest, Slurpuff was already starting to show itself as a little bit better, or possibly broken. I've seen some people talk about it, and now it's like best check of the tier is now gone, and all that's left is 4, so that's gonna be fun. All right, we're back. We're back from the power cottage. That's too loud. I can't even hear myself. There we go. I'm so good at this. So what happened? Where was I? Okay, Slurpuff. This is perfect because in the time between this and the last cut, we got to play some games. Wow. Where Slurpuff did things and did things well. Yeah, this tier's become HO hell. Slurpuff is back. That's Slurpuff for you. But oh my god, holy Jesus, Slurpuff is going to make me slur. That sounds bad, right? Okay, Slurpuff. My brain. Give me a second. Okay, Slurpuff. I've completely died as an individual. What the hell is going on with me? Slurpuff has made this tier into a HO hell. There we go! Why is this? Well, it's because the structures that Slurpuff fits on not the the structures that beat Slurpuff have kind of just evaporated into nothingness. Because hazards are now everywhere, sticky web's an actual play style. Unfortunately, no sticky web for setup this game, I think. Wait, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is a game where I just get sweep. No, I counter. Okay, we're fine. I didn't lose. I didn't pick this game because I lost. Point being, Slurpuff. My brain's. Give me a second. Yeah, Slurpuff is kind of just killing the entire tier right now. Because again, as soon as spikes, sticky web, stealth rock, any kind of chip damage, you're gonna see it this game. I think this is a very poignant example. And this isn't just like me, you know, oh yeah, I picked the one game where, is this the game I'm thinking of? Yes, this is the game I'm thinking of. This isn't just, you know, me. Is it? Yes, it is. I'm not just picking examples, because in this game, only one spike is set up. That's important. But this is becoming the norm, this game I'm showing you, and that's bad. Just the entire tier being, okay, how do I bring in my Slurpuff and other Pokemon that literally most teams might as well just be like Hazard lead, Broken Mon, no, just Slurpuff. Yeah, it's getting bad. So yeah, let's look by Nat Dex. Nat Dex, and let's pick a game where I didn't lose badly. Crazy. I'm pretty sure this just has another. Yep, this has got another Slurpuff sweep, and it's like 90% of teams are now having. This is pretty funny. I like that. 90% of teams are now just having Slurpuff on them, which is insane. Even the more bouncy teams that we've seen pop up. Okay, I'm spending so much time. Here's 2 teams. Wow, taking like the Copperage Pass, other Pokemon, Odino. You know, these types of teams plus Exploud. They're certainly not, you know, balanced, but they're more bulky and slow than the HO teams. Even these teams are like 5 mons that, you know, want to switch out and switch in, and then there's just the Slurpuff to clean up at the end of the game. That's what 90% of games are turning into. You see all these replays on the screen, like 90% of those, it just ends with a Slurpuff on Slurpuff Ditto, and who manages to take less chip with their Slurpuff to activate the Unburden or Belly Drum. So, join in next week when we cover the Slurpuff ban, 7 out of 7 council members. I don't even know if we're gonna do bans, because again, PU Tour are like 2 seconds away. Sigilyph just benefits from being a psychic type with no dark types left. Again, there's Absol and Quillfish Hisui, and I'm such a good guy. And Drapion. Actually, I'm moving Drapion from the loser category. But if you look at, because this is all subject to change, that's not how you spell dark fish. Dark. There's Babirdier, Drapion, Scrafty. Yeah, that's it. Savali Dark. None of these. Oh, and Sableye. We are big Sableye supporters here. I put an A- last VR, and it ended up in B-, which tells you how much the other people in the council like it. Yeah, we're big Sableye supporters here because we love our pass checks. But yeah, Sableye's the only one with like any kind of recovery. So you got like Savali Dark and yeah, Savali Dark. Savali Dark, Scrafty. And none of these. Oh yeah, and you have Dazzling Gleam. So Scrafty's not a check. But the point is, Sigilyph now can take much more of the tier on. It's definitely go on. Cinccino just benefits from the more HO way of the tier. Arctovish benefits from Vanillix getting better. Zorina benefits from Tentacool leaving. Magneton appreciates that the... Because that was the main thing about Magneton. It couldn't trap the #1 spitter, and now the #1 spitter is... Sorry, there's just something on my desk. The #1 spinner is now, thingy. Fortress. So now you can just run HPFR, and now you've supported your hazard stat. Makes it a lot simpler. Magmotra, loves it because these are 2 special walls that no longer has to deal with. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Audino Mega, I'm here as like a, oh yeah, Audino Mega benefits kind of really not I'm going insane. I thought someone broke into my door. Anyway, Audino Mega benefits because it's now like the only special wall left in the tier. It's still ass. I cannot emphasize. don't use Odd and Omega. It barely survived the VR because everyone put it in B-. No. Everyone put it B- or B. And then one person put it at like A. And that caused it to be in the tier. I'm still mad about that. Not naming names. They know who they are. I respect their opinion because they're really good. Fish ranting aside, Articuno Galar, just again, benefits from no dark types being in the tier, stored power, agility, calm mind, and then, you know, move of your choice. Do you wanna it's Hurricane. And then boom, you become one of those terrifying sweepers in the tier. Lantern, again, benefits from being like one of 2 special walls left. Comfey, there is one guy, again, not naming names, who's on the Comfey train, believes it should be... Oh yeah, my cat just opened the door. That explains why I heard someone opening the door. Anyway, Comfey, there's one guy, loves Comfey. The main problem with Comfey was it kind of got destroyed by Tentacruel, because Draining Kiss, the way it worked, Liquid Ooze would cause Draining Kiss to take your own damage, and then you get Sludge Bomb, and it's a whole thing, and then you have to pick the awkward coverage of HP Ground or HP Fire, and it's a whole thing. And now it doesn't have to worry about that. You can just go Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, hit Power Fire, and Stored Power. That beats everything. We're on the Comfey hype train now. Clefgate benefits, because now, well, one, there's not a dark type to absorb your Thunder Waves, because again, lack of dark types. And now you can actually set up spikes, and they'll stay on the field for more than 2 turns. That's pretty cool. Ferroseed is a spiker. I think Ferroseed's more of a mon that will benefit once we ban all the broken stuff, because Ferroseed is not eating right now, but it will be eating as soon as we ban, like, the things that... Basically, what I'm advocating for is we ban everything. That's a black and white song? I'm sorry. I've heard the song so many times, and I thought it was like a general piece of music. No, this is a black and white song. Okay. That's too sad for me. Okay. Anyway, Ferroseed, again, benefits from spikes being actually important, but again, HO tier, yada yada yada. Sableye, I'm on the Sableye hype train. It's now like the only dark type that can click recover. So, yeah. Orko Sensu just massively benefits from not having to deal with Umbreon anymore. So yeah. And then Garbodor can now set up spikes and doesn't have to compete with Tentacruel for the poison start. It's not much. And then we got our losers. Copperaja, just generally. It's a wing! I'm saying it's generally losing because of how the tier's going more HO weight. And just to clarify, just because a Pokemon was in the Winners category doesn't mean it's going to rise up in a theoretical VR. We aren't going to do one because 2 weeks till Pelear Tour. Breathe. But just because they win doesn't mean they win. They win from that Pokemon leaving, not win from the direction the tier is going. For example, Ferroseed wins from Tentacruel and Umbreon leaving because now it's a defensive piece, but now has to wait until we ban all the broken. You get what I mean. I don't know if you do, but I hope you do. Scrafty, again, it's another benefit but also lose situation because sure, the HO structures that you now fit on are really good now, but also you lost one of your best setup opportunities in Umbreon if you were like Shed Skin. If you just Shed Skin, because Umbreon was not dealing with that, and it can't do anything to you because you quadruple resist its foul play. Anyway, Bellysin, Jellysin, Pringled Man. Yeah, it's very sad. It's sad that it's not the only ghost type that can stop Tentacruel now, because Tentacruel's gone. And ironically, Golurk, who does not have reliable recovery or any kind of semblance of defensive merit, is now a better spin blocker because it now blocks Fortress Rapid Spin. But Jellicent's still got its place. It's still a great spin blocker. It's still a great Inteleon check, because goddamn Inteleon's been very, very fun in those games. Hariyama just doesn't like the fact that two of its main, not like setup opportunities, like Belly Drum could set up on Tentacle, and just general all-out attackers could set up on, not set up, but thrown out Umbreon. So yeah, sucks for Hariyama. Oh yeah, and Hariyama really, really doesn't not like the... Hariyama is a balance breaker. Yeah, kind of. You can argue to what extent, but the Hariyama sets we've been seeing have been balance breaking. There is no balance to break. And also it just kind of, it kind of checks Slurpuff because it has Bullet Punch, but it also really doesn't because it's a fighting type. Diancie does not like the way the Ma's going. And Xatu does not like the way the HO... Like, Xatu does jack all to Slurpuff, or... Like, it can prevent the spikes going up, but what does it do after that? Yeah. And we're just gonna finish this video, because I think we're about 30 minutes? Not 30 minutes, like 40 minutes in. Just showcasing some teams. So, two teams I've got. Post-meta. Heracleid, then Slurpuff, so Wily Fairy, Ghost DMZ. Yeah, I know, it's you've seen every single hate show ever. It's the one that sets up the hazards, then a number of Pokemon to break. I do like Dodrio. Dodrio is not one I mentioned in the winner section, but it's absolutely winning because, you know, HU squad. HU? Ew. HU. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. HO squads, you know, where it doesn't have to worry about the stealth rocks or the... Because it's just meant to, you know, break holes for Slurpuff. Because, like, what... Because they both have similar checks in, Well, Slurpuff doesn't have checks, but it has, checks to a certain extent. Like, you know, Dodrio first is in Fortress, or... The other one, Copraja, or Heliolisk, or just ones that are generally faster, like Passimian. And it does the big damage and it clicks buttons. Very cool. From the very small meta stapling we have played, I think the ones you're likely to see to me the next time to talk about are Slurpuff, Sneasler. Is that it? No, wait, it's just Felipe and Sneasler. I'm trying to remember. No, I think it's just Slurpuff and Sneasler at the moment. Oh, and the general special attackers like Exploud, and the other one... Who's, there was another one. Oh, Articuno. Oh, Inteleon. Inteleon and Clawitzer. I'm less confident in those two, but again, Explode, Sneasler, and Slurpuff are... Especially these two. Both S is crazy. Explode I'm not fully convinced on, and then these two. Yeah. But if these things aren't banned, I am now becoming a SS tier shifts content creator. I will be explaining next week why Mantine is a Pokemon in the video game that I want to stab the eyes out. Goodbye. I'm great at ending these.